Everybody's live, but in the same
That's
room.
it. And we're recording as well, just to let you know.
Pardon?
We're recording as well for our YouTube channel.
I've been in here on my own all day, and now my husband's brought a ladder behind me. Could you please go away and shut the door?
Man's place is not in the shed.
Yes. Yeah, I brought my own hecklers as well. So, anyway, I'm going to tell you a story. Well, I'm in Shropshire, but I'm right on the Welsh border. So I'm going to tell you about a farmer who lived just the other side of the border. And he lived in the most beautiful valley in the whole of Wales. His farm was up at the head of the valley with the mountain behind him. There were hills rolling down on either side. And when he walked out of his front door, he could see all of the fields that had his cattle and his corn in. But just in front of his house was his garden, a rose garden. Because although he grew food for his business, he grew flowers for fun. And every year he always won first prize in the annual show for his roses. And everybody would come up to him and say, "How do you do it? Every single year you win first prize. What's your secret?" And he would say, "That's for me to know and you not to find out." Because he did have a secret. Every day he would get up, get out of bed, he would stretch, and gravity would take effect. He would go running down the stairs, pull on his boots, and although this is in the days before indoor plumbing, and although he had a tea bath out the back, a little house, he didn't go and use the toilet, the outdoor toilet. He went out the front door and into his beautiful garden. And it was always early in the morning. He was a farmer, and that's where he would water the roses. And in watering the roses, well, they would be fertilised, they would get rid of all the green fly, all the black fly. That was his secret, but obviously he didn't really want everybody to know. Well, this went on for years until one day he got up, just as he did every day, stretched, felt that familiar call of nature, ran down the stairs, pulled on his boots, out the front door, into the garden. That glorious moment of relief. The birds were singing, the dew was on the grass, the sun was just rising, he had the best view in the whole of Wales. And then a little voice went, "Oi!" Well, the farmer jumped about a foot, the golden stream jumped much higher, and he looked around in panic. He couldn't see anybody. "Oi! Down here!" The farmer looked down. There was a tiny little man glaring up at him with his arms folded. "What do you think you're doing?" said the little man. "Thought that was obvious," said the farmer. "Every single flipping morning," said the little man, "you come out here and you wee down my chimney. What have I ever done to you?" "I'm really sorry," said the farmer, "but what house, what chimney?" "You mortals," said the little man. "I forget. You can't see anything. My foot to your foot, your eyes will see what I see." And the little man took his little boot and he put it onto the farmer's boot. And there the farmer saw, nestled underneath the rose bushes, tiny little beautiful cottage white walls. There was honeysuckle growing up the walls. There was a little woman, obviously the man's wife, standing outside the door. She had an apron and she was drying her eyes. There was steam coming out of the chimney, a little golden river coming out the back door. And that went onto a path that went onto a road, and there were other houses and other people, all of them glaring up at the farmer. And there were little fields with tiny little cattle, tiny little pieces of corn. And the farmer looked as this whole other world unrolled before his eyes. "I'm terribly sorry," he said, "but what am I going to do? As soon as you take your foot off my foot, then I won't be able to see you. I won't be able to avoid treading on you or avoid your houses. I don't know what to do." "Well," said the little man, "I'll tell you what you can do for starters is you can start using your tea bath outside the other side of the house instead of coming into this rose garden every day. And what I want you to do is brick up your front door. start using the back door. If you do that, you can grow some roses out the back if you want to. You can do what you like to them. Just leave this little bit of the land alone. If you brick up your front door and if you stop coming out here every morning, then good luck will go with you. Well, of course, the farmer agreed, and the little man lifted up his foot, and it was like a carpet being rolled up. All of the fields and the tiny cattle and the people and the houses and the paths and the roads, and finally that last little white house, and then the man himself popped out of existence. Well, the cows had to wait to be milked that day. The farmer was off, and the very first thing that he did was to brick up that front door and start using the back door. And all his friends laughed and laughed and laughed. You have the best view in the whole of Wales, and you've gone and bricked up your front door. What are you thinking? That's for me to know, and you not to find out, said the farmer. But the little man had told the truth, because from then on, good luck came to that farm. The milk had always been good, but now it was so creamy. It made the best butter and ice cream and cheese in the whole of Wales. The sheep, their wool was so soft and fluffy. And that year at the county show, the farmer didn't just win first prize for his roses. He swept the board. He had first prize for the wool, first prize for the corn, first prize for the 3 most interesting shaped vegetables. Every single prize was his. And everybody, of course, they said, "What's your secret? How did you do it?" And he said, "That's for me to know, and you not to find out." But sometime, somewhere, he must have told somebody. And they must have told somebody else, and they must have told somebody else, because eventually somebody told it to me. And now I've told it to you.